Hey guys, welcome to my channel Elite Wrestling World. My name is GhostSaad. Thank you guys for joining me right here on AEW Collision post-show review. Collision was a fantastic show tonight and AEW continue build to next month's Revolution pay-per-view. Orange Cassidy defending the international title against Tomohiro Ishii. Latest battle in the Blackpool Combat Club and CMLL Guys War continues. Timless Toni Storm and Deonna Purrazzo will be in action. Mark Briscoe vs. Brody King battles in a one-on-one match. Plus, Adam Copeland speaks live. Brian Cage gets a handicap match to prove he's better than Hook. We start up with BCC vs. CMLL. Mat-based work from Jon Moxley and Star Jr. to start. Back and forth there, and into Claudio coming in to do his thing, getting a big pop with the swing. Star getting some good shine. Claudio battles back with an uppercut off a springboard. The CMLL guys get to high-flying and throwing all their offense at both men. A tornado dive from Star Jr. Moxley with a rollick near fall to even things out. A big exchange of blows and they get Moxley staggered, but Claudio rushes in to save him. Claudio hits a power bomb and Moxley puts a bunch of elbows on Star Jr. shortly after. He locks him up and that's it. BCC diff. CMLL via submission. Moxley grabs a mic after the match. He says they should take that message back to CMLL in Mexico or anywhere else in the world they want. If they want to step up, then they'll get stepped on. FTR's music hits. They get in the ring and have a stare down while fans chant FTR. We have a pull-apart brawl with a bunch of officials rushing down to break it up, and then wrestlers from the locker room joining in to do the same. So we are getting a feud between FTR and Blackpool Combat Club, which will very good to watch. Next up is Daniel Garcia versus Shane Taylor. Taylor worked his power game, with Garcia trying to avoid it and failing. Shane mocked him with the dance before going back to the beating. Garcia got a comeback there, but Taylor tossed him out of the ring to put an end to it. The people came alive for another Garcia comeback after a commercial break. Taylor then punched Garcia, and then slapped his knee multiple times to bring it back to life. Garcia managed to go back to the knee, and kept attacking it. He threw on a leg lick and that was enough to get the tap for the win. Again, a very good performance from Garcia as he moves up in the rankings. Maybe he will challenge for the TNT Championship. Eddie Kingston is interviewed backstage. He says what the Young Bucks did on Dynamite was disgusting and how dare they stole his thunder. He wants to challenge Bryan Danielson to a match at Revolution, but he also wants to add the stipulation that if he wins, Bryan has to shake his hand and say he respects him, which he knows he'll hate. We are talking about this match for weeks, and now we are definitely getting this match on Revolution pay-per-view. A squash match for Brian Cage as he defeated the Outrunners. After the match, Cage attacked and Hook showed up to get a fight going, and they battled to the backstage area. This is another interesting feud between these two and we may possibly get a match at the pay-per-view as well. Adam Copeland out to be interviewed in the ring by Toni. Before he can even get the first question, the fans chant his name. Toni says he wants to hear what's on Copeland's mind. He says he's warning the Young Bucks for what they did to Sting and Darby. Meanwhile, he tries to sort out what title to challenge for. He really wants to challenge Eddie Kingston for one of his dozens of championships and it's eventually going to happen, don't worry. But there's Christian Cage and the TNT Championship that he won and had ripped out of his hands. I think you know where I'm leaning. And then Daniel Garcia's music hits for the second time tonight. Copeland is confused about the interruption. Garcia says it sounds like Copeland thinks he deserves a title shot due to a bunch of wins. He agrees that that's how it should be. But he's not the only one who has been picking up a lot of wins lately. In fact, Garcia has been picking up a lot himself, and he saw that title on Cage's shoulder and thought maybe he deserves a shot at it. He'll fight back to the front a million times if it means he gets to hold gold in AEW. Copeland says the FTR boys speak highly of him, so he respects Garcia. But if he's saying he wants a shot at the TNT title, something has got to give. So Copeland has a proposal. They have a match on Dynamite and the last man standing fights. Christian, Garcia quickly accepts. They shake on it, and business is done. Except Copeland doesn't let his hand go, saying he knows he had a match tonight and that's the only reason he's not taking his head off right now. But make no mistake, what Garcia is doing now is threatening to take food off his family's table. So he's going to beat Garcia's next week. This is gonna be epic next week on Dynamite, with the winner going to pay-per-view to face Christian Cage for the TNT Championship. I think Adam Copeland is winning, or maybe we get a triple threat. We have Brody King versus Mark Briscoe. Hell of a match between these two guys, and this story is growing now. Briscoe got some early offense, and then while going for punches in the corner on the second rope, King goes for furniture, getting a table from under the ring. The referee gets in his way, letting him know he can't use all that in this match. Mark goes up top, but Hart distracts him and King uses that to push him off and through the table. He was trying to get into the ring earlier in the match. King sends him back and hits the Gonzo Bomb for the win. While the referee was checking on Briscoe, King pushed him off and held Mark up so Hart could blast him in the head with a spike. The heel celebrated by grabbing Briscoe's face and holding him up to rub his blood all over King's forearm. The house always wins, King tells the camera. Again, this story is getting interesting as we move forward. Next up is Deonna Purrazzo versus Kiera Hogan. Purrazzo with the running knee and Russian leg sweep before going over into the double arm bar, and that's it for the win. Challenger getting momentum for the match at the pay-per-view. Before Purrazzo could even get to the back, Toni Storm was making her way out. Toni Storm versus Queen Aminata, a long exchange of holds and counters off the rip, with Storm largely getting the better of it. Aminata all over Storm coming out of the commercial break. Not long after, though, Storm avoided a hip attack and got one of her own. Short pile driver to end it for the win. Storm tells Toni that what happens in Vegas stays in Vegas. She announces that this week on Dynamite she will be releasing a brand new film. She tells Deonna to remember one thing: she can try all her fancy maneuvers all she wants. That's some tense words between the two, and their match at Revolution is gonna be fantastic. It's time for the main event. Orange Cassidy defeated Tomohiro Ishii in one hell of a main event match for the AEW International Championship. After the match, the Kingdom hit the ring to attack. Ishii, who had made it all the way up the ramp, ran back down to the ring to run off Kingdom. Trent Beretta joined him with a chair to keep Cassidy safe. That's the end of the show, folks. We have a loaded Dynamite show on Wednesday. Adam Copeland versus Daniel Garcia, Sky Blue versus Willow, Young Bucks versus Top Flight, and possibly Will Ospreay shows up as he finishes with NJPW this weekend. Please guys, like and share this video, subscribe to my channel and keep watching Elite Wrestling World. I will see you guys on Wednesday.